Now, a Rochdale mosque has delivered over a ton of food to local food banks to make sure the most vulnerable don't go hungry over the festive period. The Jalalia Jamia Mosque organised a massive collection, asking families to gather food over a 2-week period. Families throughout the town, as well as around 80 students from Rochdale Islamic Academy, chipped in. Now, let's find out more. I'm joined by Juhel Mia from Jalalia Jamia Mosque. Welcome to the programme.
Thanks for having me.
So where did the idea for the collection come from then?
So back in March, when the pandemic really kicked off, when we had the first lockdown, we launched like a support service, just putting contact numbers out there and putting out there if anyone needs help, just to get in touch with us. We've got a good group of volunteers and we were quite overwhelmed with a lot of requests for help. Some basic, like helping picking up medication or do some shopping because they're isolating, to some people needing food and so on and so forth. And then we realised how important it is and how many people are actually out here struggling. I think recently on the news has come out is that the UN for the first time they're going to be supporting food banks and stuff in the UK. It shows how serious the situation is going.
Yeah, it's quite a serious situation. And was the mosque congregation instantly up for getting involved?
Yeah, I think generally with the Muslim community we're very good at fundraising and helping out, and every time you just need someone to organise, and every time you put a call out, like we had so much food donated. We had our mosques, we had about 70 households taking part. We had students at the Rochdale Islamic Academy. We also had local cash and carries as a drop-off point, and we had over a ton of food going out. And people still have donated and want to still get involved, so we're going to continue this on a monthly basis and support our local food banks.
And what sort of items did you ask people to collect?
So we had a specific list given by the Rochdale Food Bank. It was all non-perishable, long-lasting items, such as your tin foods, your rice, and so on and so forth.
Now, of course, it's a time when the need is great, with Christmas on us. And it's a lovely gesture from another faith community, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yep, and I think it's sort of, as Muslims, it's sort of enshrined in our faith to help one another. And we had our caption as the hadith of the saying of the Prophet, which was, the best of you are those who bring the most benefit to mankind. That's what really drives us. We want to help as many people in our town. I think everyone listening took responsibility to help the people in their own towns to be in a much better place.
And I think that's the key, isn't it?
That's one of our intentions, not just shout about what our mosque is doing. It's something that we want to show that, look, we need to continue to do it, and we're hoping other mosques, other faith groups, other organisations replicate this and get involved.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and a great example, regardless of people's faith or background.
Yep.
Everyone gets together at this time of the year. Now, the food you mentioned went to various food banks, and we're looking at, I think, the Rochdale Food Bank, the charity Petrus, which is that the one in Oldham, or is that the Oldham-based UK Education and Faith Foundation as well, isn't there?
Yeah, that's based. The UKEF is based in Oldham, and Petrus is a homeless charity based in Rochdale. Right.
Okay. Now, what was their response then?
No, they were quite overwhelmed with the support. Like UKEF, we turned up with a pallet, and they were like, "So when's it going to stop?" We were unloading. The imam was with us and a couple of volunteers, and we were just unloading in like a chain. And we were saying, "So when's it going to stop? When's it going to stop?" They're quite overwhelmed and quite delighted, to be honest.
And do you have plans to do other charitable projects for the mosque in the future?
Yep, so on a monthly basis, we're going to make the mosque a drop-off point now. And on a monthly basis, we're going to be appealing to our congregation to keep dropping off food throughout the month. And every month, we've got some volunteers who's going to go to drop it off to different food banks in the town.
All right, well, some great work being carried out by yourselves. Thank you very much, Juhel, for joining us this evening.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. That's Juhel Mia from Jalalia Jamia Mosque there, talking about how they managed to gather over a ton of food to give to the homeless and various charities to help out during this festive period. And of course, it's a great delight when the communities do get together and help out each other.